Hey, welcome everybody. CSN Mint, Kevin Cash, Corey Cady. It's Friday again. Boy, this one went by quick with the holiday, huh?
Sure did.
They just zoom by when you got only 4 days in the office here, I guess. So happy to be here. Happy you're here. And excited with a brand new product we haven't been able to offer. In fact, one of those exclusives that you're getting before our national broadcast this weekend.
Yep.
So thank yourself for joining in. We appreciate you being here, like I said. And a very, very interesting story on our first presentation here for you. Something extremely rare and extremely interesting. So it is a 4-coin set you're looking at here. We've got them on all levels here, all these levels here. This is the brand new 2024 4-coin fractional silver buffalo set. This is the Damstra fractional buffalo set. Very interesting story with this design here we're going to talk about with you. These are all, as you can see, struck in that beautiful reverse-proof finish. Perfectly graded and certified in 70 in our Premier Select Series label. Okay, we've got these 4-coin sets available, but they are very low mintage numbers and even less certified in 70 here in these labels.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. You mentioned it. Damstra, that name may ring a bell with you folks if you've been collecting here, especially over the past few years. She's certainly at the forefront for U.S. Mint designers over the past several years. She is certainly most well known for being the designer of the reverse on the Type 2 Silver Eagle. That's the Flying Eagle. She designed the reverse of the new Type 2, so you've probably heard that name, seen that name. She has designed many different coins and metals over the years for the U.S. Mint. I believe 17 different coins and metals, and then she's actually done over twice that amount at the Royal Canadian Mint. Very well known for her art, depicting a lot of different scenes from nature, animals, you got birds, mammals. She's a very, very wonderful artist, and you can see we're zoomed in there. This is the reimagined version of the reverse on the James Earl Fraser design of the Buffalo. So, of course, back in 2001, the U.S. Mint issued a silver commemorative set. It was the first time ever in the U.S. Mint's history that a commemorative coin sold out at the U.S. Mint. And not only did it sell out, it sold out in less than 3 months. Now, these days, that sounds like such a long time because you've got special issues that come out by the U.S. Mint. These days, on limited quantities, they'll sell out in 30, 40 seconds, crash the entire Mint's website, won't be able to get through on the phone. But that 2001, it had a total mintage between the mintate and the proof of 500,000 coins. I think it was around 270,000 on the proof and around 230 on the mintate. And again, the first ever commemorative to sell out at the U.S. Mint. That was a 2-coin silver set. And you fast forward to 2006, and the U.S. Mint, they issued their first ever 24-karat gold coin, the Buffalo. With the same James Earl Fraser design as the old Buffalo nickel, with the stern-looking Indian chief on the front and the buffalo standing on the grassy mound on the reverse. Well, that's been the best-selling gold coin in the U.S. Mint's history. Again, it's the first time the U.S. Mint issued a 24-karat gold. A lot of the other bigger world mints, they've been issuing 24-karat golds for many, many years before the U.S. Mint. And we get to around 2016, 2014, 15, Kevin, lots of talk in the industry about what the Mint is going to do for the 10th anniversary of the best-selling gold coin ever, the Buffalo. And as you've heard us say before, the U.S. Mint is going to do what the U.S. Mint's going to do. They never ended up issuing anything special for the 10th anniversary. They did, of course, issue the 1-ounce mintate and proof Buffalo in 2016, but this design with the reimagined image of the Buffalo, designed by Emily Damstra, it was at the forefront to be the special issue for the 10th anniversary. And unfortunately, that design never came to fruition until now. And we have this beautiful 2024 set, fractional, in the reverse proof. So you can see there, her Buffalo, the best way I would describe it, it's a bit more fierce looking, right, Kevin?
Yeah, it's definitely lifelike looking, ready to charge. I mean,
yeah, looks like it's digging in the front, maybe getting ready to charge or kick up dirt behind itself. It's got its head lowered. like it could be smashing through something.
It's tough.
With some velocity there. And this is a legal tender coin, as you can see, in the Ascension Islands, struck at the oldest and most prestigious mint in the United Kingdom in accordance with the Ascension Islands. So it is a legal tender coin. But the thing with this, Kevin, you mentioned it, I think, extremely limited issue. Only 2,500 total sets for the worldwide issue.
And that's not graded in perfect 70, which you have here. That is the total mintage. We've got the numbers here as well, with the certificates of authenticity that'll come with that.
Yep.
So you talk about something that rare, that special, this prestigious with Emily Damstra. I mean, she is extremely well known, like you said, here with the U.S. Mint, being the designer of the reverse of the Silver Eagle Type 2 design that came out in 2021. First design change in 35 years. You think that's kind of a big deal? It is. It's huge.
Yeah.
And dozens of other coins and medals here in the U.S., Canada. So to have her had been selected for this Buffalo design, for that special gold Buffalo anniversary 10-year, and then not to do anything, this is the first time you're seeing this design actually stamped onto a coin. First time you're able to hold it. First time you're able to have it. First time and last time you're going to be able to own it. So we wanted to make sure and get it on as many opportunities for you as we can. And that's why we're here today. It's going to be on the show this weekend, but we're going to sell out pretty quickly on these.
Yeah, we, I believe, had around 900 sets that are certified by NGC in that perfect reverse proof 70 grade. When you consider that, you know, compared to that 2001 set from the U.S. Mint, we've had those off and on in the office in a 70 grade, that 2001 set. That we're getting ready to offer an incredible opportunity on that here on the show on a limited quantity. I think around $1,000 a set this weekend.
Yep.
We've had them in the office this year for as much as $1,500 a set.
Yeah.
We really got a great buy on those. But when you consider that total mintage between the mint state and the proof, that's a 2-coin set.
Yeah.
There's 500,000 coins. This is 200 times more rare than that.
Right.
Certified in the perfect 70 grade at $349.95. I mean, you're well below $100 a coin there with the exclusive PSS label, NGC certified. You can see Damstra fractional Buffalo set, again, without a doubt, along with John Mercanti. She's certainly one of the most famous designers out there right now. You hear her name if you're in the hobby all the time, obviously, with the Silver Eagle. That's going to be her legacy. It's certainly the most collected coin in the world, that Silver Eagle. Had this been issued in 2016, it'd be neck and neck.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're coming up on another anniversary here in a couple years for the Buffalo, so we'll see what they do. Maybe they put this one on there.
It'd be incredible.
Who knows, you know, to be able to get this, and then a few years from now in 2026 have their 20th anniversary of the Buffalo, then they put that on there. You know, this reverse of the Buffalo, this reverse design here is like nothing we've ever seen before. Like you said, we were used to the side profile, James Earl Fraser, right? And there's a couple different stories on that one that was done in the New York City Zoo. I found Black Diamond is the name of that buffalo, he said it, but there was no buffalo in the New York City Zoo. There wasn't in the Bronx Zoo.
Right.
A few years after he passed, James Earl Fraser, his apprentice said, you know, I actually did that side profile of Black Diamond. That was me. It wasn't James Earl Fraser. James couldn't dispute that because he had long passed away. But, you know, you got all those different, there's no mystery here who did this one, and it turned out beautiful on the reverse of this coin, this charging lifelike buffalo in the special reverse proof finish. Now, we have so many lights and different things in here. You know, it's a little bit tougher to see, but it is, I'm gonna just kind of move this 1 ounce piece here. You got the 1 ounce, the half ounce, the quarter ounce. I mean, it is gorgeous, the reverse proof design that they've done on there. The charging, look at this, Corey, look at this. Hurrah, coming right at you. No, I'm sorry. The people in the room are. See, now I'm dropping them. Our producer team is like, see, that's what you get for messing up our shot. So smooth, I'm hearing in my ear right now. So, but the good news is these are all graded. These are all certified forever and eternity. No matter what, you're looking at a perfectly graded proof 70 reverse proof in the Premier Select Series label. You know the story behind that, Corey. Folks at home that are hearing that story for the first time, Premier Select Series. It's only been done on a few dozen coins. It is exclusive to CSN, and the board of directors there at NGC need to go ahead and agree with us when we present these coins to be put in that special Premier Select Series label. They also have a conversation and vote on that and allow it to either pass or not. We would certainly always put the best of the best in front of them for that. That's what you have in front of you here now. This is at $349.95 for the entire set. Again, this is going on the national broadcast, and this will be a complete and utter sellout for coin set.
I want to just show here. I'm looking in the studio. I couldn't find our silver sets that we had with the original James Earl Frazier, but here you can see that's it. That's on the nickel.
That's the side profile.
That's
black
the
diamond.
Same buffalo there that's on the commemorative set in 2001, and of course the gold buffalo. So you can see it's a classic, iconic U.S. Mint coin design. But if you compare that to the new reimagined buffalo, in my opinion, it's night and day. The one is certainly a bit more fierce.
Right.
It's ready to get down to business. This one could just be out there, pondering life. But beautiful set, extremely rare. This will be a sellout. I think I started to mention it earlier. We have been offered them since Tuesday in the preferred customer department. We have gone through over 400 of those 900 sets available in the 70 grade. This is quickly going to disappear in the 70 grade, and then you'd be lucky if you can end up getting an ungraded set in the original packaging, and you certainly run the risk of having to pay just as much for it ungraded as it is right here in a perfect reverse-proof 70 grade.
Yeah, our initial offers are always the best offers. It's always the best time to take an opportunity in the beginning when we have them, because like Corey said, we'll get more later, but what will happen, right, is the price often changes.
Yeah. And I just quickly, before we move on, we've had those 2023 fractional tribute Silver Eagle sets. They were incredibly sought after, one of the most popular items we've offered over the past year, and those had a total mintage of 10,000 sets, Kevin. And they were right around this same price at $300 to $350. Actually, we had maybe even some signed sets for as much as $600
yes,
a set.
That's right.
David Ryder signed. So this is 4 times more rare with a mintage of 2,500. Pick up the phone or go online now. Remember, YouTube Live at checkout and get you that free shipping. And I tell you what, if you go online, take advantage of 3 or more sets. We'll knock these down at $330 a set. If you get 3 or more, and if you have any issues with that, reach out to a representative, ask to be transferred, and we'll get you squared away. If you want 3 or more sets, we'll do them at $330 a piece. That's a tremendous opportunity. Right, and hopefully we're here next Friday by giving away that much value here. But
yeah, it's $60 off.
We always want to do what we can.
Sets, so we're going to have to put that price on the show too now. So just to be fair to them, Corey. All right, speaking of being fair, this deal seems like unfair to us. I think we're losing out on this one here.
Yeah, what do we got coming up,
I've
Kevin?
got a 1996.
96.
Woo!
Brilliant uncirculated Silver Eagles. Obviously, we've mentioned it so many times in the past. The American Silver Eagles are without a doubt the most collected silver coin in the world today, being issued every year since 1986. With the Adolph Wyman design of Lady Liberty on the front, long been considered the most beautiful silver coin ever issued. That comes directly from the old Walking Liberty half dollar, which was first minted in 1916. And then you have on the reverse the John Mercanti designed heraldic eagle with the shield on the reverse. And this is commonly referred to these days as the Type 1 Silver Eagle. 1986 all the way up to 2021. Each and every year issued in mint, Satan proof. It has that same exact design, right?
That's right.
And then how we just mentioned on the last segment, the Type 2 design has the Flying Eagle, which was, of course, designed by Emily Damstra, the same designer on that fractional Buffalo set. And this, 96, Kevin's always a key date, right?
Key date.
What's the main reason for that?
Yeah, that's because this thing in a perfect 70, it didn't grade out well that year, and the low mintage numbers.
The low mintage is going to be the main reason.
Yeah.
You nailed it on the head. In a 70 grade, this one could be astronomical. I mean, in the time I've been with the company for 20 years now, we've had this single coin in the office in a perfect 70 grade at times for as much as $11,000.
Yeah.
And it is, like you mentioned, the lowest minted in the series. When they started issuing the Silver Eagles in 86, I think maybe 6 6 or 7 out of the first 8 years, they did under 6 million coins a year.
Yeah.
And you get to 1996, it's under 4 million. I believe the total mintage on the 96 is 3.6 million. Now, if you compare that, Kevin, to the last 15 years, from 2009-10 all the way up to date, on average, the U.S. Mint is doing around 30 million Silver Eagles a year. There are times in the past 15 years they've done nearly 40 million Silver Eagles, 10 times the amount that they did in 1996. So this is one always in very high demand at $94.95 is certainly the most affordable 1996 Silver Eagle that we can get in somebody's hands.
That's it. That's the key here. I mean, this is, like you said, in a 70 grade, thousands of dollars. And so to be able to get it in a 70 grade for under $100, $94.95, you've got free shipping on that YouTube Live promo code. You've got this for a limited time because we only had a few of these. I think there was less than 20 that we had in the inventory, but I still wanted to bring it on here for you. I'm sure all of these will go today, just because of the fact that this is just a backbone to your collection. I mean, to have 96 in any condition is a terrific deal, but to get it at under $100, you're putting yourself in a really, really nice position. Grab as many as you can comfortably afford, especially with the free shipping on top of it. You know, these won't last long. The operators are standing by, and you can get them online, but that's triggered to, once it sells out, to not be able to order anymore.
Yeah, with years like this, with the market that we're in, you know, silver's up 25% since the beginning of the year. This year here recently, I think May, June, the first time since 2013 that silver crossed over $30 an ounce. I know right now it's right around that. Last week it was just over $30 an ounce. It's obviously moving around, but the trajectory since January of this year as silver has been going up. And of course, we've mentioned each and every week gold. Gold has absolutely been going through the roof. It's at all-time highs, got up all the way up to $2,550 an ounce. And when we are in a market like this, inventory gets depleted, and it gets depleted in a hurry.
Yeah.
I got folks calling, you have any ungraded Silver Eagles? They're going to take each and every year bits and pieces. And, you know, even the 2024 Brilliant Uncirculated Silver Eagle, I'm not sure if we even have any right now. I know the last time they were on the television show, which was, you know, a couple of months ago, we're at $44 a coin on the 2024. And when you consider well over 20 million coins will be issued this year, without a doubt, the 1996 at a minimum is going to be 5 times more rare than this 2024. So, like I said, our backdated, our inventory of random bits and pieces, it gets depleted.
Yeah.
So you mentioned now we have a
this is a warehouse find here. When I was going through, you're never, you know, quite sure what you're going to find. And I, you know, slammed on the brakes when I saw this. I actually found it digging deep into our archives on our catalog system. You know, I was actually going through there trying to find some special things. I had to call and say, do we really have these? Is this really available? And they said, yeah, you know, we can get a few of them. Yep, I see them here. So I want to show you, just as a reminder, these Mint State coins are produced by the Mint each and every year. They are stacked in tubes of 20. So you see the 96 leaned up against the tube here. I've got a sealed Mint tube, a more recent one from this year. But that's what they look like in the tubes of 20. Then there's sitting on top of each other, right? And so the bullion program wasn't really meant for a collectability standpoint. It was really just a way to get American silver in Americans' hands, right? Pure bullion silver mined here in America for Americans, right? Other, you know, folks around the world obviously collect those, but that's the heart, that's the essence, that's where it started. And then they're placed, these tubes, in these big green monster boxes. If you've been watching for any time now, we've always done our best to show you these monster boxes, right? So there's 25 tubes in there, 500 coins. They get sent from the U.S. Mint. The law states they've got to go directly to the bullion distributors. Then they go out to, you know, grading services or collectors or different companies, right, who purchase them. So that's the whole process. And in '96, this was not this was not even picked up yet as a collectible. You know, they really kind of just started grading Silver Eagles around the mid-90s. You know, the methods of manufacturing at the Mint weren't as sharp and dialed in as they were today. You know, the whole process wasn't, you know, it wasn't really as recognized as we're at here now in the year 2024, soon to be 2025. This really was just a bullion program. That's all it was. But whenever you have rarity, you know, you've got to have condition with that, right? Our collectors know that in different hobbies. I always say we're lucky. Our collectible happens to be a precious metal. You know, I see baseball cards going for tens of thousands, millions of dollars. I see stamps going for tens of thousands and millions of dollars. I see comic books, the same thing. Last time I checked, all of those things are made out of paper and some ink, maybe some glue on the stamps, right? We're lucky. We collect something that's actually a precious metal, and that's really tangible, right? That's transactable. That was really all it was. Way for Americans to get American silver, and a very nice display here, and that's what they put together at the U.S. Mint. But it's gone through the roof. The collectability. The collectability on these is through the roof. Less than 20 of them at this price, $94.95. Call now. Grab as many as you can comfortably afford. We put free shipping on this when you let the operator know, or in the checkout on csnmint.com. YouTube Live. Thank you for joining us, whether it's on YouTube, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any of our socials. If you're not on those others, grab them and sign up to follow, because we do have different deals and opportunities, flash sales on all of those from time to time. So just a tremendous opportunity, and wanted to give you that while it's available. And we'll switch over here to our
an opportunity. I mean, I wish that we could bring a 96 and a 70 grade on here. It's probably never going to happen. When those come in, the very limited quantities, they're going to be accounted for and find a home real quickly in the preferred customer department. I mean, in a 70 grade, you're several $1,000s at a minimum on that 96. So that's a great affordable option to get one in your collection. And, you know, you can get, I think, what'd you say, 20 of them we have?
I think it's a little less than 20.
A little less than 20. They'll be gone quickly.
Like 16 or 18.
Call now or go online if you want to take advantage of that opportunity. It's not going to be available long.
Yep. Let's go into this year's.
What do we got here? 2024? 2024 burnished in the NGC Classic Brown Label. The burnished coin, we've talked about them before. I'm not sure if we've had a 2024 here on the YouTube Live, but this is the lowest minted Silver Eagle the U.S. Mint produced in 2024, and each and every year since they started issuing them back in 2006, outside of special one-off anniversary or special finishes like the designer set from 2021, each and every year is usually the lowest minted from the U.S. Mint, and it's the only uncirculated coin to actually bear the W Mint mark, which that's Kevin's pointing at on the reverse underneath the Eagle's feather there, wing. You've got the prominently displayed W Mint mark. So the burnished, always in extremely high demand. Incredible opportunity. This is going to be the most affordable price on a 70 grade I think I've seen all year from us. $159.95 NGC certified, and only around 150,000 total produced this year, right, Kevin?
Yep, exactly. So this is the best as far as rarity gets this year. This is the best as condition goes. It's graded by NGC in their brown label. Brown label's been the traditional Silver Eagle label they've done. And so it matches a lot of collections nicely, and it's a Mint State 70, MS70 you see on the label at the bottom, but at the top you see burnished Silver Eagle. They want to make that very clear. Some other grading, we'll put it at SP, right, for the specimen proof. So Mint State, but burnished, right? You don't have any Mint State coins on the back of them that you can see the W Mint mark. So,
another way, it could get confusing because unfortunately NGC will certify them and not put burnished, which can be very confusing for folks. One way, the easiest place to start, when you see a mint mark displayed on the label and it doesn't have parentheses, that means there is a mint mark on the coin. So when sometimes we'll have Mint State coins from the sealed treasury boxes we were showing before, when the Mint has had to supplement production, like during COVID, they issued them outside of West Point. Those will always have a parenthesis, which indicates that it's been attributed. And a lot of times it'll say struck at San Francisco or struck at Philadelphia. So you can start there. If you have any confusion, that's the easiest way right there. If you look underneath the eagle's wing, there's that W mint mark.
And
so
we talked about this eagle. This is the Emily Dempster design. We talked about Emily Dempster's the first offer we had on the 4-coin reimagined Buffalo set. So that very first set that we offered, this is her design. This is the landing eagle with the branch and the talons and the eagle's wings in flight going in for a landing there, struck out of the West Point Mint. The only W mint mark silver eagle besides this one is going to be the West Point proof. Proofs have that mirror-like finish to them, very easy to tell, but it will have a W stamped right in there at the same design, those proofs with the flat surface mirror-like images there. But this is that special burnished finish. This is that very rare, most rare. There are 4 silver eagles this year. There are, this is the most, going to be the most rare at about 150,000. We sold this coin in an advanced release label at $250. We sold out, utterly and completely sold out. If you called right now and said, hey, Kevin mentioned an advanced release label with this burnished silver eagle, I want to pay more than $159 for that. I want to pay the $250 Kevin's talking about to get that coveted advanced release label. Again, that's just 10% of the mintage on an advanced release label, keep in mind. 10% of the total mintage will qualify for the advanced release label, so that's kind of what puts it up in that upper echelon there. Those always go quickly, and they did. And that's why we've got this left for you.
We're dropping everything
today. But the good news is we're graded, we're certified for here and into eternity. That's
that
always
case,
going to be
sonically sealed, shatterproof. You don't want to go throwing them around, but you can easily drop one on the ground like that. It's not going to move. It's staying where it's at.
Corey, real quick on the front
70.
of the coin here, under "Than God We Trust."
Yep.
Is that a mint mark there?
That is not the mint mark. It can get confusing. That's actually the initials of Adolf Wyman. They added that on there right when the Type 2 came out in 2021. So those initials are not on the 86 all the way up to date. If we pull out one of those 96s, it's not there. They added it on once the reverse changed. I don't know why the U.S. Mint did that. He always was the one who designed that, but they added on the W for Adolf Wyman. So a lot of folks think, oh, mine got 2 W mint marks. Is that an error?
Nope.
And it's really hard to see the A. I mean, if you look under a microscope or a magnifying glass, you'll see the A and the W, but the mint mark is on the reverse under the eagle. And one thing I want to point out, obviously, we talk a lot about the silver eagles. First year of issue is 86 on the proof and the mint state on the bullion coin. The burnished silver eagles did not get issued by the U.S. Mint for the first time until 2006, the 20th anniversary. It's a key date in the series. They did, for the first time ever, a burnished silver eagle and a reverse proof. Both of those are 2006 dated. And they did the burnished coin in 2006, 7, and 8. And it's important to note, the U.S. Mint was not able to produce any burnished silver eagles in 2009 and 10. Silver was really on a run up back then. Gets its highest point ever there in 2011, right near $50 an ounce. They weren't actually able in 2009 to issue a proof silver eagle. The only silver eagle that exists in 2009 is the regular bullion coin. So there's only 17 burnished coins from 2006 all the way up to date. And then you have, of course, from 2006, 7, and 8, excluding 9 and 10, and then from 11 to 2020, you have the Type 1. The 2021 is the first year of issue on the Type 2 design. So 2021 is the first year, just like on the regular bullion coin, but the last year of issue for the burnish is a little different. It's 2020, whereas the regular mint state and proof, the last year of issue is actually 2021 because they did 2 separate designs. But since the burnish comes out later in the year, that wasn't also issued in 2021 with the original Type 1. So a little bit of some confusing information there for you.
Yeah, I mean, it gets, there's so many stories and so many caveats and so many, ways the U.S. Mint goes, and they do a great job of, but sometimes it is with as many varieties and different things here. But to make it really easy for this year, there's 4 silver eagles. There's the mint state. There's the proof out of West Point. There's a proof out of San Francisco, and there's this burnish. This burnish is the most rare out of those 4, and this is the lowest price we've had it at. So you're seeing this at the screen, $159.95. You're not going to see this for long. This is going to go quickly. It always does. When we drop the price like this dramatically, we're doing it for you first. Early adopters, I always say it. Thank you for joining us here online on Fridays, or if you watch, over the weekend, we obviously post these to our YouTube channel. So get online, call in now, and then grab these while you can with the free shipping YouTube Live promo code, because like I said, not gonna be around long. The burnished Silver Eagle is the most rare of the 4 different designs they're doing this year at the US Mint. You've got the perfectly graded 70, even if it falls off the display case here a couple inches down to the table here, like it has with us. My apologies there with the slippery fingers, but it's for here in eternity and going to be in your collection as the lowest minted Silver Eagle for 2024. You've got it. You got it at the best price. You got it now. You got free shipping. Let's make it happen.
Yep. Always the most high demand Silver Eagle. Each and every year the Mint produces them. I have folks knocking on the door as the Mint does. They move the release date around. Sometimes it's been as late as November. This year it came out, the end of June?
Yep.
I think initially when we had them. So that's one to add to your collection, $159.95.
All right, another one I found, Corey, digging through the archives, going through the inventory, going through the computer system, calling and checking. The warehouse manager loves it. I'm always double checking everything. Hey, can you stop what you're doing? I've got an exclusive here. I've got a rare opportunity. I need to check for the Friday show, something that you're not going to see anywhere else because we just don't have inventory.
They love hearing from you.
Yeah,
I know.
Just like Corey, I always like to give him a call in the morning, get him pumped up, and he's always excited when I call him. 7 a.m. Let's do this. We get to do the best.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you found these, Kevin, though, so props to you. 2016, that is the 30th anniversary of the American Silver Eagle. We have the Mint coin here. Some unique information that we could have just mentioned, and if we haven't ever talked about it before, the proof and the burnish for 2016 actually have an edge letter design. It's the first and only time they've done an edge lettering where they actually stamp the 30th anniversary on the edge of the coin. Now, this is the regular bullion version, so it does not have that edge lettering, but this is a limited edition CSN exclusive numbered Mint State 70 coin, where we have right here pictured on the obverse number 57 out of only 3,289 that were consecutively numbered in that perfect Mint State 70 with the exclusive Shop CSN TV label.
Right, this is at $69.95.
Yeah, incredible.
We just have a few of these. The reason why, I don't know exactly, right? But like I said, I'm always calling people and getting to the bottom of this as best I can here. We have our 30-day return policy. We want to make sure you're happy, and you'll certainly know within 30 days of any of our items being in your hand and in your collection if you're going to be happy. That's why we give you plenty of time to have that satisfaction. And so what happens is, for whatever reason, if somebody's not home, if something gets turned back, if it was sent out in error, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in our warehouse. There's coming, there's going, there's tens of thousands of packages each and every week, and then things get put back on the shelves or put back incorrectly, even by mistake. That's what I think happened here and what we came to realize and understand, because these were sellouts back then. All right, this is our exclusive Shop CSN TV label. We don't even do that anymore. It's so cool that I was able to pull these out and find them. It's a 30-year anniversary. It's a Mint State perfectly graded 70 coin, and it is individually numbered. So you're going to have just a few of these available. There's certainly less than 20 of these available, and they are at only $69.95 eligible for that free shipping. So you've got that YouTube Live promo code when you call or get online. Again, on the screen, you see it there. You see the website. You see the phone number. You see that 30-day money-back guarantee we were talking about. So you never know what happens with folks, when
wanting to check. That one's number 58. So it looks like
58,
whatever we got here, we got a couple. There's no guarantee, but you may, if you get more than one, you might get two consecutive numbers. We have number 57 and 58 here.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Kevin. I just wanted to take a look because I was curious.
It's not the first or the last time you'll do that.
No. I like to make a habit out of it, keep you in line. But yeah, $69.95, Kevin. We have the 2024 at $79.95. We've offered a lot of Silver Eagles this year. We recently, I think here on this show, we had the President Trump label certified in a perfect 70 grade. That was $79.95. Yep. We don't get the backdated coins in with any kind of quantity very often. I don't know if these were found in the audit of the warehouse, or we might have went out there and brought them back in through the secondary market.
Catalog, and so what we think happened, what we're thinking is somehow it got returned to us. Maybe they went to be delivered, they weren't able to deliver them. Maybe, you know, for whatever reason, people do change their mind. It happens, right? Or whatever. There's a million different things that could happen. How we got them back, but we got them back, and they weren't really placed where they were supposed to be in the actual physical warehouse, but they stayed in our system as having been returned. The system's really good about that, but as you imagine, we keep all of our SKUs for eternity, so it just gets, I mean, there's tens and thousands of SKUs. Nearly 25 years we've been in business, Corey. You can imagine the number of SKUs we have. This item number is SKU 0104326. Been around since 2016 in our computer system. This folks didn't see it. It didn't get put back in the warehouse where it was supposed to be. For whatever reason, things happen, we move on. But this is a key day. This is the 30th anniversary. This is a killer price at $69.95 to get a Mint State 70, to get it certified and numbered, to get that exclusive Shop CSN TV label that we don't even do anymore. I think we should bring that back. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, 70 great. We say it each and every week here in the History Channel. That's the single most important determining factor of value in a coin is its condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. And of course, we've also talked about key dates: first year of issue, last year of issue, anniversary year. This is the 30th anniversary of the Silver Eagle, and at $69.95, it's somebody out there's lucky day, because I make a habit out of the folks I work with on a regular basis. I'll go through inventory, and I will usually clear out any oddities like this, especially when they're priced at $69.95, because, you know, when we change to the new year, we very seldom have any inventory outside of the previous year. We don't really get too much quantity that sticks around like this. So wherever they came from, whether or not they've been in the warehouse and I've overlooked them, or we brought them in recently, maybe in a large purchase out there from a show or something, that happens just the same. But they are perfectly graded Mint State 70 and $69.95. Boy, oh boy, you'd like to get your hands on as many 2016s at $69.95 with, you know, silver today at, you know, near $30 an ounce. It touched over $30 an ounce a couple times. That's the first time since 2013. You know, you look at the price of silver back in 2016, it's under $20 an ounce.
Well, you look at the deficit too. The Silver Institute does the numbers on that. Great job on that. They're showing back in 2021, well, we're 80 million ounces in a deficit. What we're using versus what we're pulling out of the ground. 2021, 80 million. Now, this year, 215 million they're estimating. We're not quite done with the year, but that's the pace we're on. So, silver, get it in your hands. Get this graded,
the industrial
certified.
use. I mean, obviously, we're here always talking about collectible coins, but, you know, being in the world we live in today with electric vehicles and you know, panels and batteries, it's an industrial metal. So I know there was an article there recently that went through the office about a possible industrial shortage on silver in 2025 next year. So no one could predict the future, but obviously these are without a doubt 2016 certified in the highest grade possible. Make a great addition to any U.S. Mint coin collection, especially if you focus on the Silver Eagles. So limited quantity there. Those will not be on our show on the History Channel, and if I had to guess, those will be gone today.
Well, usually Corey finds that kind of stuff, but I put it on the list here. I was lucky to find it.
Well, that's what we're going to do, Kevin. We always strive to, you know, bring the folks out there joining us on Fridays, some of our most special limited edition items. And here coming up, this is one of those things.
This is the 1922, and we're going to do a 1923. We're going to do these brilliant uncirculated. We don't have a lot of them, okay? So
no, Kevin, I know we don't, because I actually helped a collector acquire a roll of 20 of these recently, and we had a mix-up on the date, and I don't believe it ever shipped out. I'm sure I made a mistake. These are 1922s, and when I let the customer know, hey, I'm getting those shipped out to you, then we found out that I had a mix-up between 23 and 22. And we're getting a discounted price here. That collector was going to be purchasing that roll of 20 at $1,550.
Yeah.
So over $75 a coin. we're going to bring them here right now for the YouTube live viewers at only $70 a piece. Oh, that is a 23.
It's 23.
Do we have 23 and 22s?
I'm sorry. Here. You know what? We got 22s. Let me see here.
Well, we're going to do them at the same price.
Yeah.
We're going to do them at the same price.
We'll do them both at no, I'm sorry. We're going to do a discount on the 23s. I'm going to do them at $59.95. We're going to do them at $59.95 for the 23 and $70 on the 22.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So that's still well below. I mean, for both.
No,
of them.
I mean that's so we must have had a few extra of each. I don't, you know, whether or not I had a roll of 20 in inventory or we were bringing them in, I don't recall, but I thought I had my dates mixed up there. But nonetheless, so we're going to have 22s and 23s today?
Yep, I've got 22s.
Well, $59.95, I'm guessing those aren't going to last long because I just recently helped somebody pick up a roll for $1,550. So that's going to be an opportunity. I'll probably have to get with them after we wrap up the show here and see if they want to grab some more at a discounted price, because $59.95, these probably aren't going to make it through the rest of the hour here. 1921, the first year of issue on the peace dollar. The U.S. Mint that year actually minted two separate designs on a silver dollar. You had the last year of issue on the Morgan dollar and the first year of issue on the peace dollar. So you've got Lady Liberty on the front, and the eagle, as Kevin always likes to point out, its feathers are at rest. Which is very uncommon for most U.S. Mint coins. The eagle's usually in flight or preparing to land or taking out of the nest. Right. Here it's perched on a mountaintop, feathers at rest, due to the fact that these were first issued in 1921 after World War I, when they're getting ready to, you know, have all the treaties signed and everything hammered out. And same thing that we'll point out, we always like to point out, they use the Latin version or depiction of the U in trust, which looks like a V, which also many people say is V for victory. And it's actually the Latin depiction of U. So that's been used on other coins as well, I believe, throughout the years. But we have 1922s and 23s up there. So I don't know if we're going to have two separate SKUs. Kevin, do you have two separate SKUs?
Yeah, we'll have two separate SKUs. The 22s are going to be 03, there it is, 037205.
Okay, $70 on the 22.
$70 on the 22s. A little bit tougher to get those.
Yeah, second year of issue.
Second year of issue. And then the 22s are at 70 even, and then the 1923s are at just $59.95.
$59.95.
So that's a great way to grab both of them. You're still under $150. What is that? $130 for both of them. So excellent opportunity to get some early issue. Now the peace dollar ran from 1921 to 1935. So these are the first couple of years there. We don't have a ton of them, especially at this price, especially with the free shipping YouTube Live promo code. So these are going to go quickly. It's not anything we're putting on our show. These are just deep dig inventory finds and special deals that we're able to work out.
A heck of an opportunity. I know we recently did here, I think, on the YouTube show, the I don't know, was it 2024, the Morgan and the peace dollar in uncirculated condition that the U.S. Mint issued this year, when we were at $90 a piece, I believe, $179 for the pair.
Yep, $179.95
and those are brand new. These
pair.
are 100 years old at either $59.95 on the 1923s or $70 on the 1922s. I mean, you get the pair for...
this is $129.95.
Yeah, $129.95 for the pair. I don't know if this is all of them. I know we don't have many of these,
no,
so
we don't have very
this one's not going to last very long at these prices. But that's a great opportunity if you had taken advantage of that 2023 set or 2024, which we had those uncirculated Morgans and peace dollars. Most recently, the 2024 set at $180. This is an opportunity to get some original U.S. minted 1922 and 23s in very nice, brilliant uncirculated condition. These coins were used in everyday circulation. Right. So obviously the Mint did a small amount here recently, 2021, 2023, 2024. those are struck for collectors. Those are not put into circulation.
Yeah.
You're not going to the bank or the post office or anywhere and getting one of those in your pocket change. I mean, they're legal tender, but
yeah, you're looking at coins that are over 100 years old. You're looking at coins that were used in circulation. You're looking at history. You're looking at a very, very low price here, $59.95 on the 1923 and just $70 on the 1922. We don't have a lot at it, so it's going to be a quick call. It's going to be a quick one. We're just putting them up and putting them down, actually, Corey. We're going to go on to the next opportunity here, but grab a peace dollar in your collection now at a very, very low price because we don't have many of them at all. So we're going to pull out another 2024 coin. We did the burnished earlier. We're going to do, and I got the first three here. The very, very first three that graded perfect 70 from this year. This is out of the San Francisco Mint. All right, this is a perfect proof. This is the 2024 San Francisco graded proof 70 deep cameo silver eagle first strike coin. And, whoops, I'm sorry, let me slide this over. And we've got these coins available. This is numbered, individually numbered, and this is numbers 1, number 2, and number 3 of 1985. 1985, they graded the first. 1985, that got certified in perfect 70, did get individually numbered. This is the San Francisco proof. Keep in mind, the West Point does a proof. The San Francisco proof started in 2017, I believe.
2017, yeah, they do a fraction of the amount each year since they started in 2017 compared to West Point. Some years it's as low as a third of the amount that they did at West Point. On average, I would say they do around half.
Yeah.
This year, only around 175,000 were minted, and what was it, about a month or so ago?
Yep.
We did have, I believe, the first time ever the advance release, which we did always sell out of those very quickly. Those are gone.
Yep.
$249.95 on the advance release. Here we have some first strike, individually numbered, consecutively numbered out of 1985. This is the first three coins, number 1, 2, and 3. That number 1 coin usually is not on display or available for purchase, and it's here now. So if somebody makes
Maybe
a purchase,
you get lucky.
no guaranteed on the number you can get, but hopefully you will get number 1, and more often than not, at the ground floor price. This is the first time these have been offered. So this is, again, a YouTube premiere, the exclusive on the first strike coin. So if you get 10 of these, you should get 10 consecutively numbered coins. 2 weeks from now, as we start offering coins and they either leave, come back, like Kevin said, there's a million different reasons why a coin leaves here and somehow comes back. Unfortunately, as long as I've worked here, I've had collectors pass away from the time I talk to them and to the time we ship their coin. Obviously, we take those back. They don't end up getting delivered most of the time without a signature. So things happen. But nonetheless, at this point, you purchase these today, you get multiples, you're probably going to get consecutively numbered.
A million different stories how we end up with them. I actually know on this one how that happened. They were set aside. And they were set aside for a special person here at CSN, and I just happened to grab these and said they're going out to a special person at home watching, an early adopter. We've only been on YouTube a few short months here. I want to get something special. I want to get an amazing deal. I mean, this coin at $200 would be a smoking deal. This coin is only $179.95. There are 2 proofs. There's the West Point and there's the San Francisco. I'm going to turn this one around here so we can look at that prominently displayed S Mint mark on the back of the coin. All right, we had the West Point burnish there. You always know to look between the tail feather and the wings on the right side of the coin. There's that S Mint mark. They're doing 2 proofs. Very easy. West Point, San Francisco. This is going to be half as mintage number as the West Point, like Corey said. Twice as rare, sorry. I'm a little excited about this one, especially at 179. It's hard to get the words out of my mouth. I'm so pumped up on the deal, the opportunity, the numbered coin, some of the very first ones. I can't guarantee the other numbers that are in there. That beautiful proof, like you see Corey's reflection in there. You're going to see your face smiling when you look at this coin. That is a DCAM designation on the coin slab. It does say PR 70. 70 is the highest grade a coin can get. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. We've said that. We preach that. Mike has taught us that all for years and years, and that is true. You got that American core flag in the open field on the plastic slab there. You see it on the front. You see it in the back. It's just a stunning rendition of the American flag, frosted in that background. I absolutely love it. The way it comes across there, it is beautiful, and especially at 179 and 95 cents, it's even more attractive.
Yeah, and just to point out for those of you folks that might just be joining us for the first time, maybe just getting involved in the hobby, that DCAM, that stands for Deep Cameo.
Right.
So you'll see us with NGC coins, they use a different description, Ultra Cameo. Both of those are the same thing said differently. It's referring to the contrast of the image on the coin and the background. So there's as you can see, a tremendous amount of contrast between the sharp frosted image of the eagle there and the mirror background. And the silver eagles, you've heard me say before, always one of my favorites in the proof because of the large size and a lot of surface area. You really get a tremendous amount of mirrored finish there. Like Kevin will point out, you see yourself in there, give yourself a little wink, smile at yourself, know that you've got that 2024 S certified in the highest grade possible. It doesn't get any better than a Proof 70 Deep Cameo. You also have that special numbered edition on the pedigree. Only 1,985 of those coins will ever exist, certified by ANACS, consecutively numbered in the first strike. Always a high demand coin. It will be a sellout, just like we sold out of the West Point.
Well, we just don't have a bunch of them. I grabbed these and a few others that were in there. That's
right.
it.
Well, and the West Point coins we sold out of the early release and the first strikes at 179.95. These are twice as rare. I mean, there's only around 175,000 that were minted each and every year since 2017. They do a fraction of the amount, and it's kind of another one of those subsets. It's well, it's not really a subset. It's its own coin with its own mint mark. And if you have a complete set of the proofs, you need to start working on adding those San Francisco coins in there because they're getting very difficult to acquire, especially going back to the beginning in 2017. And the mint's kind of bounced around. The first 6 or 7 years, going all the way back to 86, they were minted at San Francisco. Then they switched to Philadelphia. And then primarily since 2001, the West Point Mint each and every year strikes, we'll call it 95% of the precious metals that the U.S. Mint produces each year. And then they started issuing them again, both West Point and San Francisco, starting in 2017. So this is an opportunity that won't last long. The numbered editions, always a quick sellout. And $179.95. You want to get these in your collection.
Got a few of them. You're going to be happy. One of our executives here is going to be unhappy that these are gone from their desk and going out to a collector. But that's the way it goes for you being here with us. You get these special opportunities, and then I clean up the mess later when they say, hey, what happened to those coins? And I have to send Corey in there, and I say, Corey told me to grab them for the show.
Kevin, you're a man of the people. I've been telling you all our lives.
I do it. I do it for the people, Corey, and you know it.
Good Sam.
Uncle Sam. Good Sam. Good Samaritan. All right, last one. And I'm putting you kind of on the spot here, Corey, because these literally just came in. These just came in.
Yeah, well, this is a blast from the past, Kevin.
We've had some of this. We've had something similar in the past, but so not quite on the spot, but you know what it is. And at home, you probably have. We haven't had this in quite a while.
We'll show the way those are. It's a really cool display.
Take the other one out. Or did
so this is the SS Republic shipwreck coins. Now these are extremely limited. They sat under the ocean floor off the coast of Georgia for 138 years. This shipwreck went down in, I believe, was it 1865, right after the Civil War, and it wasn't recovered until 2003. And when I say a blast from the past, back when I started with the company in 2005, we were one of the exclusive companies. There was a few different folks around the country that were able to distribute these for the company that recovered them, Odyssey Marine. And as is the case with treasures, there's a lot of stories that have taken place on these since They were recovered in 2003. If I'm not mistaken, they are still in the midst of a lawsuit.
Yes.
You know, when somebody finds something that's very valuable, you know, a lot of people want to stake a claim of it's mine for this reason. I really don't know the whole story on the current lawsuit. I believe there's probably been more than one, but you know, it's a case of somebody says they found it or their information was used for the recovery. But I think they were found at like 1,200 feet below the sea. And there used to be a show on the History Channel that followed Odyssey Marie around on different recovery efforts. Again, this goes back to 2003. These were recovered. And I think there was, if I'm not mistaken, only 50,000 silver coins recovered.
That sounds about right.
Now, there was, over the years, we've had different artifacts from the shipwreck. Really cool old bottles, medicine bottles.
Right.
I think some different pieces of maybe like teacups,
saucers.
It's been a while. Oh, going back, you know, in 2005, that's just a couple years after they started the recovery effort. Now, there were gold coins on there. You could see the silver. All of the authentic certified slabbed silver coins will always say shipwreck effect. Being under the water for that long, silver is obviously a metal that will erode, corrode. It'll show that there you can see. Now, they do a pretty good job of bringing the coins back to life.
We'll also say AU on there so we know they're about uncirculated.
Well, condition-wise, I don't know really why it is that they have to certify them with shipwreck effect. Clearly, you can see all of the details there on the seated Liberty half dollar. I think it's such a beautiful classic coin. And, you know, this coin was struck in 1859 at the New Orleans Mint. So it has the O Mint mark. And then it went down with all the other gold and silver on the ship. Now, Kevin, talk a little bit about the circumstances with the SS Republic.
Yeah, so, I mean,
it's got such an interesting story, owned by different governments.
Gold and silver, the precious metals that were on there, you mentioned it all went down. It's about 400,000 in value at that time.
Oh, boy.
So do the math. I mean, I know the calculator to figure out
I would like
what
you to do the math.
Yeah, what it was at $400,000 at the time of the ship going down. But, you know, just an interesting story. The SS Republic, really just an amazing story. Originally it was built in 1853. And it was actually christened, right? The original name was the Tennessee, SS Tennessee. And it was taking voyages to England as the SS Tennessee and was the first ship of her type to complete the transatlantic voyage. So, sold twice by 1856. Here, I've got a little fact sheet I'm reading here. Then outfitted to transport would-be miners in search of California gold. So at the onset of the Civil War, the Tennessee was impounded by the Confederate Navy. It was used as a blockade runner. It wasn't until the capture of New Orleans that she fell into Union hands. Tennessee then served as a fighting ship in the Union Navy and served as Admiral Farragut's flagship. Several conflicts, some of them very, very famous, Battle of Mobile Bay, where Farragut, famous exclamation, "Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead." So you probably heard that before. But in 1865, a New York shipping magnate bought the ship, renamed the SS Republic in 1865. So all that happened between 1853 and 1865. And so they renamed it the SS Republic and then used her on regular runs from New York to New Orleans for shipments of cargo, money, fuel, things like that, to expanding the post-war economy, right? Steamed out of New York in October 18th, 1865, bound for New Orleans. Final voyage. On the 5th day, gale winds blew in at nightfall. The Republic was stalled without power and stuck in a hurricane. So 4 p.m., October 25th, 1865, the Republic disappeared right into the sea. So like I said, there was a lot of search at the time. Newspaper reports claiming that there was some $400,000 in treasure had gone down with the ship. Like Corey said, we've had some of that treasure on here, bottles, trunks, actually not on here, but as a company, we've been able to offer different artifacts from the Odyssey company discovery. And we were fortunate enough to come across these coins at a large coin show that's held each and every year in Chicago. Our team was there. Part of our team was there, and we've had items in before, and we've gotten a great presentation this time. Here's the book it's going to come with. You check it out in the beginning. It has all the story and more that I'm sharing with you now, and then you kind of open it up, and that's where the coin Corey pulled out rests, and then you got that pull to pop it out of there. But just a great story, a great book. It's done very well to match the coin, right? The SS Republic on the front there, the final voyages. It can sit nicely on your desk, on your bookshelf, and then a kind of pretty cool piece that you can have tucked away in there. Oh, mint mark on the back of these coins. New Orleans mint is interesting as well.
Right. That's
not a lot of New Orleans stuff out there. If you look in your collection, how many coins do you have with the O mint mark? Go check your collection, because here's an opportunity at $4.49.95 to get a piece of treasure that was lost at sea, that's a New Orleans mint. And talk a little bit, Corey, about the New Orleans mint history.
I mean, you can see the coins are really kind of cool looking. It
cool.
Almost looks like if they were to produce a coin today, it would be a special finish, almost like a matte or a gun finish. It's got that special patina. You can, it's got some erosion and whatnot, but all the details are there. I mean, you could prominently, like you said, you could see the O mint mark there between the branch and the arrows and the eagle's talons. But the New Orleans mint in general, I mean, you mentioned how many New Orleans coins do you have? How many Seated Liberty half dollars do you have in your collection?
How many blue cores do you have? I like how they did it in the blue core. We see red core.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, these coins are 160 years old, but New Orleans is so unique. As a branch mint, it was actually under the control of 3 different governments. It's the only mint that is not, or has at one point not been a U.S. mint. So it's obviously the U.S. mint. Then when Louisiana seceded from the U.S., from the Union, it was Louisiana mint. And then, of course, it changed to the Confederate States. So it was under the control, and coins were actually struck and produced by all 3 of those.
Yeah.
And I think all 3 of them in one year, not in the 59-0, but I think in 1861, all 3 of those mints under the respective governments struck coins in 1861. So it's a very interesting story about the New Orleans mint in the fact that it wasn't always a U.S. mint.
Right.
At times.
The only mint to be controlled under 3 different entities. So it's a storied mint. The 1859 O, the Seated Liberty from the SS Republic shipwreck. Again, free shipping, YouTube Live promo code. We've got 2 examples here displayed, each at $4.49.95. This will be exclusive to you, brought to you first, as our YouTube, as our Instagram, as our, however you're joining us, Facebook Live viewers, as a early adopter, because we're going to go nationwide with this. We don't often get to have something so special, like I said, on here. That's going to also go on the show. I just don't see it. I guess my point is I don't see it lasting on the show very long. So get it now, because it's very special. I literally, right when the show was starting, I was talking to one of the managers. They said they came in. I snagged it. I snagged both of them and brought them on here. So.
I mean, a few and far between. We're going to have to wrap up here soon. But, I mean, we were offering these at the ground floor back in 2005. We were one of a handful of companies doing so. We get in a handful of these a year.
Yeah.
At times, we'll have some gold coins come through the office. I don't believe that we've ever been able to offer them on our national broadcast on the History Channel. So this is an opportunity. $449.95, a piece of American history. This is actual treasure.
Yeah.
This came from underneath the sea. I think it's such a cool story. The book that it comes in, that is incredible as well. You don't have anything like that in your collection.
Nice.
It's got it looks like an old book, and it's a very cool display for that. So we want to thank you folks for joining us. We'll be here each and every Friday bringing you some of these most special limited edition offers with incredible pricing. So thank you once again for joining us.
Have a great weekend.